Welcome and greetings, beloved. My name is Beaumont, and this is Vibrational Guidance Over Truth, a sacred space where we honor the messages that speak not just to the mind, but to the soul. Here we allow the vibes, the sensations, and the subtle whispers within the body, the chills across the skin, the flutter in the chest, the gentle goosebumps, to help us confirm alignment or reveal what is not in alignment. These messages are drawn through the colors, images, numbers, and symbolic guidances sent to us through the cards. This is not a traditional tarot or oracle channel. I am not an astrologer, nor do I present these readings as fixed truths. Instead, I invite you to journey with me through themed weekly readings where we explore our different decks. A new one is featured each day, and they change every single week. The intention here is simple. If your ancestors, your spiritual team, or divine truth has been trying to reach you, and if those messages have not yet come clearly through people, signs, or life experiences, hopefully this may be the space where you finally hear what is meant for you. These readings are for entertainment and spiritual reflection purposes only. Always take what resonates, leave what does not. And if there is a message meant for you, may you catch it and may you heed its call. If you would like to support the flow of this work, you can find links to the Cash App donation portal and the Amazon wish list in the description box. These help keep this space rich with decks and materials that honor the evolving themes. This channel is the result of me choosing to be in alignment, to serve the collective in a way that is soft, sacred, and vibrationally honest. I'm honored to walk this journey with you. Information about readings is in the description box below as well. And this space is rooted in love, not performance, not prediction, and not perfection. Love is the frequency that guides these messages, and love is what brought you here today. Welcome home. And these are the decks that will be featured in today's reading. First, we have the Herb Crafter's Tarot, an amazing deck. Second, we have featured the Nature Nurture Oracle. Third, we have the Messages from Your Animal Spirit Guides Oracle cards. And the fourth deck we have is the Herbal Astrology Oracle. Okay, so this is an extra reading, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Starting with the Herb Crafter's Tarot. Spirit guides, ancestors, ascended masters, vibrational beings in all realms that are in alignment with the highest, best, good, will, and way that is perfect. What messages would you like to have come out for the collective in this reading? What messages would you like to communicate to us through these cards? Thank you. In this reading. Thank you. What messages would you like to communicate to the collective through this deck of cards in the reading? Thank you so much. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. First card I notice, and again, this channel is not about perfection, and if you know how to properly enunciate these terms, please do consider filling out the Google form for feedback on the videos, as this is a closed comment community. But I believe this is enunciated the Adelita of Water. Beautiful, beautiful to start off with. So it looks like somebody is filling up their cup after having brewed naturally in a glass mug from the flowering plant that is in a desert-like region. Very beautiful. And they're beside a body of water. Next, coming out sideways, we have the Ten of Air, Alfalfa. And this is like a sheath, so the cutting down, moving forward. We have here closest to our right side, the Hija, Hija of air, so catnip. And there is a cat here laying out, enjoying the catnip, while someone is attempting to pluck catnip. That's so funny. In the middle, we have the Madre of water. So someone is steeping oats, that is the herb at the bottom. And an interesting mug here, it has like a shark's tail on it. And it looks like they have a moon ring on and tinctures. And they're steeping a beverage in the windowsill with a beautiful, beautiful view. Next, we have the two of water, the mallow, and there are two hummingbirds, one over a pool of water and the other enjoying the nectar of the nearby plants. We have next, in the reverse, the Hija of fire, so California poppy. And here there is a woman whose hands are around a crystal ball. She has cards on the table and a myriad of beautiful yellow plants, a tiger at the end of the table, a cauldron, and she's clearly using his pumice to grind them up, and this is in the reverse. And then we have in the upright the chariot, cedar, beautiful card, and the seven of air, eucalyptus. And I felt called to put this in the middle. All right, so let's see what message we might have here. Some ascribe the left side with the feminine. If that is what you believe in, then may this message here resonate. If not, you can take things in the reverse. But potentially someone is pouring into their own cup in their wilderness place right now. They're gathering the resources that are around them. They're learning to appreciate the beauty of the water that is still able to flow in this desert place. And they are enjoying this cup by lifting up high and viewing the beautiful pink hue that matches the pink hue of the leaves around. Though they are in this place of enjoying their surroundings, even if it is a desert place, it is noted moving forward, the 10 of air. Air sometimes can mean communication coming in, that there are messages moving forward that will be coming in. And some of these messages with this garden instrument might have to be cut down as they come in, meaning we might not need to keep all the information that flows into our future. So grateful for where we are, and information is going to come in while we're in this desert place, but we might not need to keep everything that comes in. Moving forward with the oats, with whatever information we choose to keep, we're going to steep it. We're going to allow it to enjoy the natural elements, to allow the sunlight and the moonlight to nurture what we have received. And we're going to take our time and we're going to sit, potentially add more of our own wisdom, our own tinctures over to what we are steeping and brewing. But what we are not going to do with this Hija of fire or California poppy, what we're not going to do is overly mystify and read into whatever this situation is, whatever communication is coming to us. And we're not going to look at the negative messages that are coming in. What we are going to do with the seven of air is note with eucalyptus, which is very pungent, that there is a story here. And there's something about this experience that adds to our testimony, that adds to the culture that we come from and the culture that we are a part of. And we're going to enjoy the process of creating a new product, as that is what is being done here with this distiller type of object that seems to be made out of copper. We're going to enjoy this process and write down our journey, write down our story. While we're in the process of noting where we are, steeping in the moment and enjoying the moment, a lot of herbs being steeped in water here, we note that there's potentially another. There's potentially, with this two of water, something with our emotions within ourselves that we need to pause by the water side, pause outside in nature and note who is communicating to me, who is around me in my environment. This might not mean to like love with water, like with Two of Cups. This could potentially mean that we need to pause by the water, see who is in our environment, who is closest to our breast. And when we do that and we realize who is around us, a chariot will come in. When we take note of what our resources are and how we, like alchemy, can convert them into a new finished product, after we choose to sit with what we have, not overly engage with what we have and lean too much on our intuition, but notice the reality of our environment, the reality of the resources, and who is really around us, supporting us, either with us where we are or on their own journey. A chariot will come in with this cedar. And again, chariot means there is movement. And finally here, not only is there movement, but like catmint, there's going to be this type of addiction, this infatuation, this love with our new environment, wherever our chariot is taking us to. And we're going to want to bask in that new place. I think that's awesome. Now with our Nature Nurture Oracle deck, Spirit guides, can you clarify what you have told us? So we're in a desert place, but we are grateful for where we are and the resources. And that is going to lead us to using our resources in some alchemical type of way with this eucalyptus, and writing down and recording where we have come from, what we have gathered, and what we're doing with it right now. And the outcome of these experiences is going to be forward movement into a place where we truly love our life. Would you like to confirm any of these messages or build on any of these messages with the Nature Nurture Oracle? Would you like to build on or confirm any of these messages that we have received? And no is the answer. Thank you so much. Another question. Can you provide us clarity for the 10 of air, for the 7 of air, or for the Hydra of air? Can you clarify this air? Would you like to, with the Nature Nurture Oracle, clarify what communication is coming in through the air? And that seems like a no. We're going to ask one final question. Spirit guides, would you like to clarify our water cards? We also have 3 water cards. 1 water, 2 water, and 3 water. Would you like to clarify our 3 water cards, as thank you for letting us know that we're needing to sit with what we have received with our 3 air cards? Would you like to clarify any of our water cards? Thank you. Would you like to clarify any of our water cards? Thank you so much. Would you like to clarify any of our water cards? Okay. And truly, right over the water and water, we have messages. So over our madre of water, over our oats, we have moving forward 22, the labyrinth, a journey. So there is a journey that is unfolding with water, with our emotions. And then we have sun and moon, the balancing of feminine and masculine, day and night. There is a union, the 36 card. So there is a journey towards union that is unfolding. Moving over here to our 2 of water, we have in the reverse, the nest, 28, and home. So as it pertains to these 2, and again, I don't conduct any of these readings for the purposes of revealing anything about love or finances specifically. However, if those messages come out, then I will relay what my intuition is giving me to say. And for the 2 of water, this now is showing me that potentially there is a relationship, a nest, a home that has been built with 2 individuals. And as this image shows here, one person is in the pool of water. So there's one hummingbird that's in the pool of water, and there's one hummingbird right here that is out and amongst the nectar, that is in the flowers around. So someone's home life, someone's nest, or a nest that could be a state or a country or a city that you're living in, or a business, something that you call home is experiencing an in the reverse moment. But that is fine. That is perfectly fine, because whatever this revelation is for you in your life, it will turn into a chariot moment. So it is okay if it is time for you to leave a particular place. You realize that what you have cultivated as home, as work, as community is not feeding your soul. And it is time to, like the chariot, it is time to leave. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, for what you have shown. Now we're going to turn to our herbology astrology oracle. And this time I would like to get confirmation on our fire card. We do have one fire card. Spirit Guides, Ascended Masters, is there anything that you would like to clarify for our fire card? And what does this specifically mean? Are there any messages for our fire card? Thank you. Thank you. Are there any messages for our fire card? Thank you. Any messages for our fire card? So nothing specifically came out on top of our fire card wholly. We have rosemary here, the number 3, ancient memory, that came out over it, and eucalyptus. And we also have the coca 38, initiation. So with our 3 for rosemary and our 38, 2 3s here, potentially with this fire card, there's some ancient memory. There is something in your bloodline that you're on fire about. And whatever this memory is, this experience that is somehow in your blood, because water does hold memory, and our blood is made up of a large percentage of water. So there's memory generationally passed down. Sometimes we don't know how we come up with certain thoughts. It's within our bloodline, as people say. So there's some type of memory that is not on fire, and it needs to be initiated. This memory needs to be awakened somehow within us. So let's see if we have clarity on what this memory is, that we don't need to over mystify, but it is there. Some type of gift or talent or skill or ability that we have that to the outside world might look like us conducting some type of spell or engaging in some type of practice that others will call the occult. We need clarity on this. Now, moving forward, we have a ton of cards here over our chariot and also over our catnip. Okay, so let's see what's mainly over our catnip. We have here detachment. So in order to be in this new place, there's going to have to be a degree of detachment. And this is the 31 card. So we have 3 3s so far, 31, 38, and our 3 card. We also have, not only in order to get to this new place are we going to have to detach, but we have the journey card. And again, I am not perfect. Knowing how to enunciate everything is not complete with me yet. However, if you know how to enunciate this, I would greatly appreciate it. You can shoot me an email. But the Muchuna, which is the journey card, potentially means that we are going to be going on a journey of detaching in order to get to this new place that feels like euphoria with the catnip. And then finally, over that, we have the sage 6 blessings. And look at that confirmation. We have 2 6s here as well. And then we also have the 31. So we know that you can put 3 into 6, and we also have 2 1s here. But the blessing is coming in when we go on a journey of detachment, which leads us to this euphoric place. So confirmation of those of you who feel like some type of movement or change within your lifestyle, your habits, your environment is going to lead to a better result. Yes, you do get that blessing. Now here between the chariot and this nest in the reverse, over the, again, 2 hummingbirds, we first have the blue lotus, intuition. So again, you do need to use your intuition here as it pertains to when it will be time to leave. Not only do you need to use your intuition, but what we have here, and again, this is looking back, you had to go through a rebirth. And not only looking back did you have to go through a rebirth, but you had to allow that rebirth to be complete. So if you've started a new cycle, a new habit, a new trend, you're starting prayer every day at the same time, mantras, you've got to complete that and do it all the way to fruition. And we already have here with the blue lotus, using your intuition is a 5. And then we have rebirth with the 50. So this rebirth, by way of following your intuition, we have 2 5s here. That's a confirmation. And then 3 plus 2 is 5. So we have 5, 5, 5, another synchronicity there. And then finally, we have here the love. So give yourself love. And this is going to land on the next card. No matter what type of upheaval is going on in the home, no matter what is going on in the home, love yourself. Know that whatever is true and rich about you, it's coming to completion. This rebirth is already final. We're speaking into existence here. Just use your intuition. Now, concerning that love, you are a magician. Here's our 40 card. So you need to magically create, and we have green and green and green here, magically create your new home. It's okay if there is something with your workplace and a relationship that is not going well. You sit, you heal, and you manifest for your new. Even more confirmation with this color scheme of the green and the blue, the green and the blue, and more green and blue here is the shapeshifter, the 34. So it's time for you to shift. Be who you need to be for the environment that you are in, and shift and be ready to be the version of you that has grown and healed, that has gone through that completed process in your new environment. And finally, we have here the 26 revival. Through your shape shifting, who you need to be, wearing the mask for the environment you're in, for survival's sake, for being ready to thrive in your new, complete, whole self, go through this revival. Revive whatever that is, that alchemical ability that you were born with, that you might have been sleeping on due to a lack of support from whoever is in this home. And remember, it's okay if your home life, home doesn't always mean where you physically dwell. It can mean a myriad of things, and only you will know, and use your intuition. But it's okay if you revive the home, if you choose to stay with that person, or stay in that job, or stay in that community. But for those of you who are not being called to stay, who are feeling like it's time to be that magician, go through completing whatever these changes are that you have begun, and know that your chariot will come in due to you following your initiation and going through this rebirth. The blessings are guaranteed. All right, spirit guides, can we get some final messages? If there's something that I have not asked that you would like to show the collective through these cards, and thank you so much for these messages, what would you like to reveal through our messages from the Animal Spirit Guides Oracle deck? If there are any answers, messages that you would like to relay that I have not asked in order for you to provide an answer for, what would you like to say? And thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Again, I'm going to ask one more time. Any final messages for this reading? Are there any final messages? Final messages for this reading. Thank you so much. Are there any final messages for this reading? And at the bottom, we have the blue heron. It says, make a stand for what you believe in and do what feels right in spite of any judgment or disapproval from others. I feel like this card definitely goes here. Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. And that color also aligns with this green and blue, and the green and blue that is seen here on these cards. Green and blue. Green and blue. A lot of green and green and blue. Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. Right here we have the octopus, and the octopus says, practice shape-shifting by altering your physical appearance and mannerisms. Confirmation. Where is shape shifting? Where is shape shifting? Here it is. Confirmation. You are in a season of shape shifting. That means, well, I don't want to tell you what that means. I want you to apply your own interpretation. Go look up what shape shifting means, of course, apply with the lens of the world that we live in, a myriad of perspectives, but it's your time to shape shift. That's okay if you have to be one way with your children and a different way with your boss. It's okay if you're one way with your parents. Yes, we are in this age that glorifies authenticity and being your complete self. However, for whatever level of reality that you are doing life on, you may need to practice the ability to shapeshift and alter your physical appearance, which down here is more confirmation of this completion of loving yourself and going through this rebirth. Follow your intuition. I said this in previous messages. If you've been feeling a nudge, especially around health, and we're in the summer season where I am here in the United States, do that. Start small. Don't go out there and think you need to dedicate 2 hours to the gym. You can start small at home. Do just 2 push-ups or 5 push-ups with your knees on the ground. Do just 2 squats with support. You can do just 2 arm curls using canned goods. You don't need to go out and invest in weights. Just replace all sugary beverages, any honey, any maple syrup, any sugar with just pure water, and start small and see how the rebirth and following the small steps all the way out to the completion will allow you to love yourself and know that you show up for yourself first. But please do consider shape shifting if that message is in alignment with you. And our final one here is the grouse or goose. Please tell me how to enunciate that if you'd like to send me an audio message to my email. Landing right here over the oats, the labyrinth, and the union is express yourself through rhythm and movement by drumming and dancing. So some of you need to get up and dance. I love this message, and I just saw 2727 on the video timer. But get up and move yourself. If you express yourself through song, do it. If it's beatboxing, do it. If it's humming, do it. Make a ritual out of humming in the shower. Be careful, don't dance too much and slip and slide, but express yourself. Engage in that movement, which this confirms for me over here. Some of you all moving forward in order to feel ready, and truly, it's not about feeling ready. You're already ready. The chariot has already arrived for you. You're in that euphoric place. We're just waiting for the time, the alignment, the flow of your energy to match the energy of that new space. But get up and dance. Sing it into existence. Find songs on YouTube or on whatever music medium that you use and vibe with it. Move your body, just tap your hand, tap your foot, but engage with that rhythm and think positively. I love that. So here is our message, and thank you so much for participating in this extra reading. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your sun cycle. Peace.